ベッドルームへ行く。
It is now the right time.
"身だしなみを整えて、ベッドルームって上か。
It would be rude to make Lady Clark wait any longer.
あ、先に聞かなきゃいけないのね。はい。
This poor woman is very ill.
あと一個。
Please tell the nurse to hurry. Please.
This woman is suffering. She is in no state to have a conversation.
だよね。会話できる状態じゃないよね。これどうすればいいんだろう。一応会話してできるのかな。
Mr. Poirot?
My respects, madame.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Have you seen the nurse? She should have been here by now. Oh, I'm sorry.
The telephone in the hall is ringing. The Clark residence. Detective Hercule Poirot speaking.
How do you do, Mr. Poirot? I'm Lady Clark's nurse. I wanted to let you know that I won't be able to come for her injection today. Might Miss Gray be able to do it?
She has just left, but I will take care of it.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. You'll find the skeleton key to open the medicine cabinet hidden in the lion trophy.
You can count on me. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Oh, thank you kindly. Goodbye, Mr. Poirot.
Here is the skeleton key.
あった。もう一個。
April 1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra.
よし、注射打ちに行こう。
Lady Clark is in pain. I have to give her an injection of morphine to ease her suffering. This woman is suffering. She is in no state to have a conversation.
Please tell the nurse to hurry. Please. Ah, Mr. Poirot. Ah, I feel better now. Thank you for your help.
You asked for me, chère madame.
Yes. Yes, of course, I wish to speak with you. But what was it about?
No doubt. You wish to talk to me about what happened to your husband?
Ah, yes. Oh, poor Carmichael. Has the madman who killed him been caught?
Not yet, chère madame. There was a great many people in Cheston on the day of the murder.
Indeed. People go straight to the beach. They don't come near Coomside.
So, there were no strangers around the house that day?
Who said that?
The people who live here. Your brother-in-law, Miss Gray.
Miss Gray? Oh, I don't like her. Franklin wanted her to stay, but I insisted she should go, immediately.
You are entitled to do so, naturally.
I'm pleased that you approve. The others have been taken in by her. But at least you can see through that self-pity act. See what she's up to. Oh.
She's sleeping. I must find a way to wake her up gently. This subject would probably be useful to me. She's sleeping. I must find a way to wake her up gently. This subject would probably be useful to me. This couple appears to be having fun. Lady Clark and Sir Carmichael were very happy, but they did not have any children.
静かに起こす方法。お節を整えるわけではない。なんだろうな。起こす方法、起こす方法。あ、またある。
This subject would probably be useful to me.
金の串。違うか。 他になんかあるか？特になさそうだな。なんか出てきた。
The mechanism appears to be broken.
よいしょ。
The mechanism appears to be broken.
仕掛けが壊れてる。あ、普通に開いたわ。
This is where the comms go.
これかな。この角度じゃないと使えないのか。そうか。じゃあこれもよいしょ。これも使えるんじゃね。
I hope that Hastings will not be cross with me.
そうしたら回せる。掴んで動かす。オッケー。婦人が起きた。
Oh, what are we talking about? Ah, yes, Thora Grey. Oh, Carmichael had great esteem for her, but for me she was nothing but a hypocrite.
どういう人
You're
か。
probably right, madame.
You have seen through her. I'm so pleased that I've convinced you.
大丈夫か。ソーラには身寄りがないことを思い出させる。
You are very harsh. Do not forget that the girl is an orphan.
Yes, and she used the fact to get around men. Take Franklin. He's fallen for her sweet-talking charms. Oh, he's a lovely boy, very plucky and sure of himself. But so naive. Oh, when it comes to women.
Miss Grey did look after you very well, though.
Outwardly. But she's hiding something. I think she tried to poison me.
Miss Grey? A poisoner? But everybody appears to like her.
It proves she knows what she's doing. She's manipulative and she's a liar.
A liar?
Let's see, didn't she say that on the day of the crime nobody was around Coomside?
That is correct.
Well, at 11 o'clock I saw her talking to someone.
Really? And what was this man like?
An ordinary sort of man with a very plain face. Oh, I don't remember well.
Was he a gentleman?
No, he was not a gentleman.
It would be best to leave her to sleep now. The telephone in the hall is ringing.
永明しそうだけど大丈夫か。
Hello?
Poirot, is that you? Hastings here.
Thank you for calling. Have you received a new letter from the murderer?
No, thank goodness. How are things in Churston?
I question Lady Clark, but I will not leave until I have examined everything of interest to me here. Fortunately, Franklin is absent, and I have a skeleton key.
Have you seen Thora Grey again?
Briefly. But rest assured, I intend to summon her to London soon.
She's a fascinating girl.
But secretive. I would like to ask her a few questions.
Poirot, she wouldn't hurt a fly.
Each to his own, my friend. Yours are pretty orphans, mine old ladies that have the maladies.
Poirot, are you mocking me?
No ill intended, rest assured. À bientôt, mon ami.
で、屋敷内の捜索か。もう虎はいいかな。虎はいいな。これは外出ちゃうか。これって誰だ？
How am I going to open this trunk? Let us examine it.
暗証番号がわからんと開かないな、これは。1927かな。よいしょ。1と9。7。開いた。
Leaving the code on the trunk. What a strange character Franklin is.
おう。じゃあ7。よいしょ。20。7時20分。ことが6時。7時の。20分。
What is this sound?
開いたっぽいな。
I should be able to open the trunk now.
よいしょ。ここか。
There we are.
開いた。まだ仕掛けがあるか。これはなに？あ、引き出しか、普通に。これ取れないのか。
Why has Franklin put an Allen key inside his trunk? I'll borrow it for a minute.
ここは得意ない。あちゃちゃちゃちゃちゃ。酒。
Whiskey and other good quality drinks. Mr. Clark really has refined tastes. Whiskey and other good quality drinks. Mr. Clark really has refined tastes.
酒なだけか。
A pile of books, including one about dragons. Nothing interesting.
これは
An Allen key.
5種
It
類
can
用
be
意。
used in 5 positions.
ああ。どれを使うかってことか。はいはいはい。
An Allen key. It can be used in 5 positions.
ハードビー。これだな。これで。これでいいのか。これで開くか。うん。そしてまたこれか。六角形。
An Allen key. It can be used in 5 positions. Another screw. This engraving is not very easy to understand. I need to sort it out. Franklin must really love his country to have an engraving in his trunk. I think I heard the panel above release.
パネルの上部。パネルの上部ってどこだ？これはこれになるの？掴んで動かす。動かない。パネルの上部ってどこだ？あ、ここか。
A signet ring?
シグネットリング。
A signet ring with a code written on it.
158なんだ。
1587. It may be useful to me. I do not need to make a telephone call now.
1587。何がある？
Alaska.
アラスカ。
The New Siberia Archipelago.
聞いたこともないところが出てきたな。
This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it.
しかし何かに引っかかっている。
This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it. This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it. This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it.
あ、ボタンがあるわ。
I
ポチ。
think the signet ring should be placed here.
あ、これをはめると。よいしょ。
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's
フランクリ
trophies.
ンのトロフィーで見たもの。よいしょ。ああ、ひっくり返るね。こっちはこっちもか。これは変わらない。どうマークをつければいいんだ。
Alaska.
アラスカ。わからんな。どういう風かな。わからんな。
The Alaskan Kodiak bear.
よいしょ。
The New Siberia Archipelago. Brazil. The African kudu. Brazil. Sumatra. The Lion of Sumatra. I heard the sound of a mechanism. Strange way of protecting one's safe. Triangulating one's hunting sites on a map.
あ、そういうものなのか。なんかはよくわからんかったわ。これが。
A signet ring bearing the Clark's family's coat of arms. A
1587。
number is written on it.
1587。1587。
These documents are very likely going to help me for the rest of the inquiry.
よいしょ。ふぅ。
Eton College School Year 1912-1913.
エイトンカレ
Franklin
ッ
Clark.
ジ。
School report for Franklin Clark. According to his teachers, Franklin was a good student but lacked discipline.
通知表なのか。
Sir Carmichael Clark, Campsite Churston, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsimsha-Tsui, Kowloon, Hong Kong. Campsite, 1935, January the 12th. Dear Franklin, first, I wish you a good start to a successful new year. I have received your letter dated December 10th. Thanks for defending my interest against Wang, this robber. Things could have got pretty bad if you weren't a real cold-blooded guy. I envy you for that. Things go on here much as usual. Charlotte is moderately free from pain. I wish one could say more. You may remember Thora Gray. She is a dear girl and a greater comfort to me that I can tell you. I should not have known what to do through this bad time but for her. She has an exquisite taste and shares my passion for Chinese art. No daughter could be a closer or more sympathetic companion. Life has been difficult, but I am glad to feel that here she has a home and true affection. You wrote me you want to stay in China for one more year or even longer. I don't object. The longer you stay, the more opportunities you will have to increase our collection. Nonetheless, you should know that we miss you here, and that Charlotte will be gone by the time you come back. I am, dear Franklin, your truly affectionate brother.
中国の滞在時のあれか。
Charlotte Clark, Campsite, Churston, Devon. To Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsimsha-Tsui, Kowloon, Hong Kong, Campsite, 1935, January 1st. I wish you with all my heart a happy year 1935. Writing my greeting cards, I have affectionate thoughts for you. Always smiling as a child, sailing to distant countries and bringing back to us trunks full of wonder. At home, everything annoys me, starting with this young Thora Sir Carmichael is so fond of. I have nobody to share my feelings with, so I write to you. How can I tell you what happens to me? The simplest way the better. I am doomed. I still have 1 year to live, no more. How do I know? I opened the secret drawer of Carmichael and read a letter not addressed to me. In this letter, Dr. Logan tells my husband in the most direct way the truth he conceals from me. So, I know. But my husband doesn't know I know. Please don't tell him. And if he shares the truth with you, act as you are surprised. Carl will probably speak in his usual convoluted way, but I wanted to be the first to announce it to you. It does matter to me that you are aware of what happens in Comside. Warm regards, Charlotte. A dozen gold sovereigns. Some shares for the Southern Railway and some treasury bills. This is not worth much, hardly enough to justify your robbery.
Yes. こっちは何かあるかな。ビアー。あ、なるほど。ここら辺のトロフィーので、本当は。あの金庫開けるのか。
July 1920, Alaska Peninsula.
そうだな。本来はここを使うんだったな。
February 1922,
いじって
South
道開
Africa.
けてしまったが。
Franklin appears to be very active.
テニスのラケットとシューズ。猟銃でしょ。あとは、収集品。
Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, a hunter, a traveler.
あとは、お、またか。
Four Chinese symbols are engraved on this padlock.
4つの漢字が刻まれている。貝や鎖だ。
I won't manage to do it randomly. Should I look at the rest of the facade, maybe? It's only a hinge.
蝶図が
Nothing interesting. Well, well. The characters engraved on this disc resemble those engraved on the padlock.
鎖。こうか。
The position of this character looks right to me.
じゃあ、あと3つもこっちか。よいしょ。
Like this character appears to be the right way round.
で、こっち。
That's it. This character appears to be the right way round.
こいしょっと。
The position of this character looks right to me. Very good. All the circles are facing the right way. What are they showing me?
よいしょ。階段のか。あ、ここの並びも変わってるのか。変わってるの。あ、変わってねえか。こうで。ちょっと待てよ。
No, it's not the right code. Let's check the Chinese characters again.
これが、いやだ。かい。鎖。よし、いやよ、これで、かいで、鎖。はい。
At last, the cupboard is open. Helmet, flask, and rifles. Franklin is very well equipped.
探検グッズ。
The Railway Children, E. Nesbitt.
レイルウェイチルドへ。おとぎ話かな？
Traveling in China, a practical guide for English travelers.
中国の旅の手引き。
Genteel and wild, English
郷土社会
countryside
と
we
野生。
visited.
うん。
The Railway Children, E. Nesbitt.
よし、こっちを。
For Franklin, und Heffy's Christmas,
エビオガさんのクリス
1910.
マス1910円。うん。よし、この部屋はこんなもんかな。そうしたら。
The door is locked.
鍵がかかっている。
Sir Carmichael's collection could rival that of a major museum.
これも収集品か。どんどんは調べられない。
I see some papers that were not there the first time I visited.
おう。よいしょ。
Valuers report property.
鑑
Building
定
land
報告書
located in Comside, Churston Client, Sir Carmichael Clark, April 15, 1935, Court and Brunskill Office.
うん。
Valuers report
これ受け
Court
入れた
and
人か。
Brunskill.
あ、開けた。
The name is familiar. Is that not the name of the firm Donald Fraser works for?
おー、ドナルド・フレイザーが出てきた。
These daggers are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that a crime weapon is here.
一本足りないね。でも、
These daggers are only...
よいしょ。これは、
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael Clark, MD, Comside, Churston, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a
全
generalized
身末
terminal
期がね、
cancer.
苦しんでる。
I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I have received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt. I estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan.
うん。よいしょ。そしたら、あとは。 あ、ダークド
A
ラゴン。
dark dragon for a bright-haired maid. C.
金髪の乙女に黒。黒竜。
Attention, Franklin. Task list. A. Ordering Lady
やるこ
Clark
とリス
remedies.
ト。トードリストだな。
B. Tidying up real estate property files. Done. C. Calling the lawyer about inventory. Done. D. Update the tenant farmer list. Done. E. Update land rent accounting. Done. F.
完了。
Ordering a restock of arsenic. Done.
ヒ素の補充。
Yes, I have left on the living room table some of my things I don't want to keep. The locket and the dagger. I am sure you know why. Thora. I've already seen similar
ミサイルの体
daggers.
験をさっき見た。うん。怪しくなってきたな。よいしょ。あとは、これ以上こっちはいけないか。うん。これだけか。
Compass, point to the Thous. Bronze and magnetite, Han Dynasty, circa 210 BC, purchased in Hong Kong 1935. There are some very valuable objects here.
そしたら、本が調べれるか。あ、目録か。
ComSide's private collection, purchases since 1920. The catalogue for Sir Carmichael
こ
Clark's
れは故郷
collection.
の商商品目録。あとは、
The door is locked. The door is locked.
鍵がかかっている。これだく？
This unit contains the medical records for Sir Carmichael Clark's patients. Let us study them closely and see if there are any familiar names.
あ、患者の名簿。カルテだ
No
な。
test on the records from A to D. They've been handled recently. No known names. Disappointing. No test on the records from A to D. They've been handled recently. No known names. Disappointing.
じゃあこっちは。
Lots of dust. The records from E to Z have not been touched for years. No known names. Disappointing.
ちっちゃい名前はなかったと。
Sir Carmichael's collection could rival that of a major museum.
そしたらあとは。こっちかな。
Order and method above all. Let us finish examining the mansion while no one is around.
まだ捜索が足りないとことか。他に何を見ようとしてるかな。お。どこだ。変わらぬ。ここか。
Traditional Chinese map. Facsimile. South is on the top of the map.
上が南になってる。うん。よいしょ。他にはあるか？このもんな気がするけど、こっちにまだ見逃しているところがあるかな。あ、これか。うん。
Miss Thoroughgrey, Comside, Chuston, Devon. Arsenic trioxide thallium.
アヒサンタリウム。
The Black Dragon's Curse. To Franklin, who will never grow up. January 25, 1928. Car Charlotte.
黒い竜の呪い。うん。じゃあ、屋敷の周囲。よし。
Where is the horrible smell of carrion coming from?
握手をするんだ。
Something makes me feel uncomfortable.
あ、ネズミさんが死んでおられる。
The gardener does not follow the alignment. There, that's better. It is symmetrical.
戻しよった。
Brown pellets. Revolting. Brown pellets. Revolting.
殺素剤に使ったってことか。
There, that's better. It is symmetrical. これ以上はいけない。そしたら、重いの方が引きだな。よいしょ。カラスカラスカラス。ちょっと戻って。こっちを。あ、これ以上はいけないのか、向こうは。でも。っていうかあんのか、これ。あ、なんかある。This wisteria is in full bloom.
藤の花が咲いている。それは特にない。あ、場面が変わるな。
This wisteria is in full bloom.
よいしょ。
This wisteria is in full bloom.
これは藤の花のを褒めてるだけか。噴水のあたりは場面転換が なさそうだな。これも。
It was probably the gardener who lit this fire. Look here. I wonder if someone wanted to get rid of these papers. This object would probably be useful to me. Let us now try and get our brain cells to
で、
work.
書類を始末しようとしたわけだ。ソーラはなぜコームサイドに私物を置いていったか。
Everything that Thorgray has left behind comes from Sir Carmichael's collection. He most probably gave them to her, but she chose to leave them here rather than run the risk of being accused of theft. It is understandable when you know just how much Lady Clark mistrusted her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
ソーラがどこを持ったか。違うか。どこも持ってないと思うんだけど。これはこうか。毒殺は企てていないと。
Thorgray had no reason to kill someone who only had few months left to live. The poison she ordered was for rats. The gardener must have made good use of it, considering the stinking remains on the path, not far from the property. I've finished here. I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London.
あ、これで終わりか。こっちは開けるのか。あ、一応開けるのは開けるんだな。これは
May you have peace, Carmichael. Charlotte.
シャーロットのお墓か。まあ、ヘスティングに電話すればいいのか。よいしょ。
I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London.
あ、じゃあマスターキーを返そう。
Perfect.
これでいいか。
Nothing else is keeping me here.
よし。これでヘイスティングスに電話すればいいんだな。
Hello, Hastings. I have finished in Churston. I will take the first train. Tell me, do you know how to restore writing on a burnt document?
Yes, you just have to soak a cloth with a hydrochloric acid solution and rub the sheet of paper. Then the characters appear.
Bien. You have been of great assistance, Hastings. Could you please order the solution as soon as possible?
Of course, but what documents do you want to read?
You will see, my friend. À ce soir.
Donald Fraser is here. He insisted on waiting to see you.
This bottle is for our visitors. Personally, I prefer the sherry.
Poirot, since my return, I see that you have fewer grey hairs than when I last saw you. How is that possible?
Mon ami, I am sure that you will find the explanation all on your own. This man is tired. Donald is short of sleep, and it looks as if he didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
Mr. Poirot, I don't know why I'm here.
You wanted to talk, and you came to find the only man capable of hearing you.
Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do. And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row.
Have
Have a drink, and tell me about this dream.
It's always the same. I'm on the beach with Betty. I grab her round the throat, and I squeeze, and squeeze until she's dead. Her head falls back, and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Have you seen Megan Barnard recently?
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl. But I would never tell her about my dream.
Why not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
夢をどう解釈するか。ベティを心から愛していて、罪悪感を覚えている。疲れてる。違うか。 人間として感情だけ始めており、ベティを捨てることに罪悪感を抱いていると。
Mr. Fraser, I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Please go on. Do.
This dream certainly betrays your guilt.
Oh.
But what do you feel guilty about?
カウンセ
Have
ラ
you
ーになっ
killed
て
your
るな。
fiancé? Possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister? Certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
So you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
I do not exclude this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need to know that fact to explain your dream and your guilt.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
I'll sleep on the train. I like trains. It's easy to sleep rocked by the sound of the wheels.
Poor boy, he seems completely lost.
Well, women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Oh, I remember. Did you order the product I needed?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late, and I asked Miss Gray to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her. Mademoiselle, I asked you here in order to answer a very important question.
これで殺戮要犯。誰も目撃しなかったという記憶を正す嘘をついたと咎める。誰も目撃し
Am
な
I
かっ
right
た
in thinking you said that you did not speak to anyone on the day Sir Carmichael was murdered?
It's the absolute truth.
Yet, Lady Clark maintained that she saw you talking to a stranger on the front doorstep.
Really? She must have been mistaken. Oh, I remember now. I'd forgotten all about it, but it wasn't important. It was just a salesman. One of those traders who sell stockings from door to door.
Can you describe him to me?
Medium size. Glasses. Dark suit and a felt hat. Not the sort of man you notice. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him.
Nothing else?
He was very hesitant and shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident. But he wasn't.
事実なのかな。チャートがされることについての嘘を示す。自分自身の意思で退職した形で出立が疑わしいと指摘する。自分自身の意思で退職。
You did not leave Cheston willingly, I believe.
I don't wish to lie. Lady Clark did not appreciate my presence. And Franklin could not go against the wishes of a sick lady. He is a good man. And he worries a great deal about his sister-in-law.
I noticed that you left some personal belongings behind at Cheston. Are you planning on returning to Cheston?
Who knows what the future holds?
Bien. I must ask you one last question. Please reply frankly with either yes or no. If Lady Clark had died, would you have agreed to marry Sir Carmichael if he'd asked you?
How dare you ask such a question? Sir Carmichael treated me just like his daughter. And all that I ever felt him was affection and gratitude, nothing else.
Thank you, mademoiselle. I will not keep you any longer.
I met Thora Gray on the stairs. Her cheeks were ablaze, and she appeared to be deeply hurt. Poirot, have you offended the poor girl again? Do you have good reasons for accusing her?
I accused her of nothing, Hastings. I simply asked her an important question she did not answer. Let us see if we can answer it for her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
カーマイケルが生きてたソーラは結婚したか。 ブローチを送っていた。魅力を感じていた。でもソーラはフランクリーに恋を抱いていた。結婚などにていて、おそらく実現もしていた。
You must know how to read between the lines, Hastings. When Sir Carmichael refers to paternal affection, he is lying to himself. Read this engraving on the brooch. A dark dragon for an angel with glossy hair. These are the words of a lover, not a father. Lady Clark was not wrong.
What if Sir Carmichael had fallen in love with his secretary? That doesn't mean that she forced him to do so.
True, there are extenuating circumstances. She is a penniless orphan. But she is calculating. Just look how she avoided it when asked if she would have married Clark.
I see. You think she seduced Sir Carmichael for her own gain, and that now she is doing the same with his brother. Poirot, your world is a very dark place.
随分
Do
黒い世
not
界
get
が映って
carried
る。
away, mon ami. We have another more important matter to settle.
Really?
Yes, would you believe that Miss Grey taught me something new? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
事件同士に別の共通点。ストッキングここか。
It's perfectly clear, Hastings, perfectly clear. Indeed, a stocking seller visited Andover, Bexhill, and Churston on the day of each murder. We have our suspect. This should be of interest, Job.
よし。で、じゃあ、ブッケープに電話。
Daily Blag, August 31, 1935.
冴えない口ひげ。
Moustache at half-mast. Poirot's repeated failure in ABC case. Sometimes small things troubled great men. Hastings, faithful collaborator of the Belgian detective, knows something about it. 3 mornings in a row, he confided to us, the cook broke the egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend. To the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his mustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
Poirot, I assure you I haven't said any such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
石の上静着。あとは
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The Alphabet Murder, a
几帳
methodical
面な
madman.
老人。
It's highly probable that the Alphabet Murderer will kill again. Could we possibly estimate the number of victims in his next crime? Yes, and it is easy. As soon as we know the ratio of towns, cities, and villages whose names begin with a D, and the ratio of English people whose names are spelled the same. On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities, and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the ratio of English people with a name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered if you belong to the target population. Go to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations. Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stocking salesman.
I see you have a suspect.
Yes, contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Right. The hunt is on.
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
Can you get the post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Très bien. What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
不機嫌そう。ヘイティング不機嫌そうなの？こっちは買わないか。
Are you collecting the post, Poirot?
不機嫌そう。髪が薄くなってきたのが悩みかな。とりあえず今日はここで終わりますと。ありがとうございました。